Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Celebrity Cars. We're located just between Summerlin, Nevada and Henderson, Nevada, just off the strip, all the shiny lights. You come here on vacation, you want to see some fancy cars? Boy, you should just come by. Come by. Put us on your list of things to do. Muscle cars, and classic cars, you name it. We even got Tupac's car over there. It's crazy. Okay, now listen, folks, this is the first time I've been introduced to an S2000. Boy, I drove the crap out of these things in Gran Turismo on PlayStation. It was awesome. This is a manual transmission, 2.2 liter version. It has just over 60,000 miles on the odometer. It's a convertible. It's in beautiful shape, and it exudes reliability. When you start it, the RPM that it hangs out, and when you let the clutch out and it goes in, it's really, really something. I had no idea how awesome these things could be. We've got an upgraded exhaust system. We've got an upgraded suspension system to lower it just a little bit. Incredible appearance, and it is a beloved owner. Things need to move sometimes, and cars need to go, and space is needed, and new vehicles arrive, and you just simply have to move on. So not super excited about it because the owner is not super excited about it because they love the crap out of this car. They spent a lot of time on it, and you can see. Now, what am I doing here? I'm not the guy that's going to tell you about the Carfax or how many owners it's had or any of those things or what options are. You're going to find that stuff out at celebritycars.com. And yeah, go there. If you're watching this video first and you're interested in this car, find out what it's all about. Now, because it has just a click or two over 60,000 miles on the odometer, we're going to have some normal road wear, and that's what I'm here for. I'm your living, breathing condition report. I go over those things. That's what you're watching now. We're going to go for a quick drive in a little bit. I've already driven this car. It's really amazing. These cars are really amazing. It's no wonder that these are skyrocketing in value, kind of sort of as we speak here. I'm not just, you know, whatever. Take my word for it, don't. I'm telling you, these cars are, they made plenty of them. I can't remember the total, but you know, a good 5,000 to 7,000 a year for 10 years. So a couple of years, they only made a couple, but this is little engine upgrades here and there. This one's got the 2.2, 237 horsepower. It's awesome. Okay, enough babble with me. I've grown very fond of this car over the last couple of days. Now, I normally start up here. The beginning of this is the life of the car and where it's been and how it's been cared for. And you know what, folks, it's in pretty darn good shape. I am going to show you the blemishes. There's not a ton, but it seems that this is all one color. It doesn't ever look like it's been repainted. So obviously, it's going to have some wear to it. An 05 vehicle for sure. Okay, so Quincy, real quick, come on down here. I'm going to have a little, I'm going to call it a gash. About the length of the tip of my finger right there. And then we have another one here about the length of the tip of my finger. And then to the right of my finger is another. A trash can flying down the road. Who knows, folks? These things just happen. It's normal road wear. Underneath here is impressive. It's a really small abrasion right here. It's all the way underneath. This is very normal, folks. A very small one right here, just getting in and out of driveways and such, but the rest of this is in fabulous shape. Down here, a couple little bitty chips. This is kind of loaded with normal road wear up here. But none that is like, you know, obnoxious. Folks, when we started this video, you saw how red this car is. Boy, if you don't get up here and do this, that's how this car looks. You get up real close like this, you see all these things. But, you know, maybe you live on the other side of the country and you need somebody to really inspect it for you. That's kind of what I'm here for. All of this, although I do see some little itty bitty things here and there. Quincy, can you, along with it not being super clean around this thing, are you registering these little things right here?
I'm actually not.
You're not?
It's
okay.
super red.
Yeah, see folks, this car is so darn red, you can't even, okay, I'm telling you that there's some road wear up here.
I can kind of see it.
Okay, The main things down here are those little gashes. The headlights are in terrific shape. Seems to be a chip right here in this plastic. And then if you move up here, Quincy, you see all these couple little specks?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, folks, this nose right here, some specks. Across here, mild specks. There's one there, one there, a couple here and here and here. Yeah, I don't, because Quincy kind of just said a minute ago, they're really tough to pick out, but I know you've seen a couple of them. Now, just think about it. Little sports car, you know, it's not slammed with road wear, like a pitted, you know, awful. It's just a well-used vehicle. It is what it is. Every once in a while, I'll see a little mark in the clear coat that I know can be, this is just a little squiggly line right here. That could just very well be wiped off for all I know. Every once in a while, I'll see a couple little clear coat things, but there's no gouges, there's no dings, there's no heavy chips, there's no rust, there's none of that stuff. It's just really pretty. And you see what I'm doing, like I'm walking around, like inspect. I feel bad doing it, but I'm just letting you know, folks know that these things do exist. They're very difficult to see, and boy, driving down the road, everybody's gonna think this is just a brand new car. Front wheel and tire, no curb rash whatsoever. Geez, you know what? My eyes are kind of blinded right now because of this red. Whew. New Formula Red, it's called, folks, in case you're keeping track. All the way down the passenger side here, there's a really small chip right there. Super small, almost who cares. There's a little chip down here, all the way down on the bottom. Because it's all the way down on the bottom, it's kind of who cares, but a little red touch-up paint will make that definitely vanish, unless that comes off of my finger. No. And there's another little one right there. Little bitty black mark right here that I'll know will probably wipe off if I get a little more extra effort. There's a small chip here. Follow me there, Quincy. And one more right there. Folks, I don't see any of these things unless I'm smack dab. There's a small little swirl right here of a chip. You would never see these things unless I was doing what I was doing, ladies and gentlemen. That's just how we roll here at Celebrity Cars. You won't find this anywhere else. Small chip right there. And then I see a couple right along here. Very, very mild. There's one there. A couple little going up the door. I'll bet it looks so much worse on film. But folks, there's a little watermark in there. Oh, this is really nice. There's a couple little marks here and there. They're just really mild. Boy, I kind of really hate picking this car apart. Okay, rear quarter panel. You know, folks, okay, we'll get into the dings in a minute. Rear wheel and tire, perfect. All back here, really nice. Super light abrasions, if any. You can barely see them. Okay, now, before we go around the corner, because I see them, I'm just going to check again real quick for dings. Okay, now, folks, this is going to be impossible for Quincy to pull out, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to tell you. Right along here, the most minor of dings that you can see if you're staring at it. And then right here, the most minor of a ding if you're staring at it. I would think that this is just normal wear on these cars. It's very, very minor. Just telling you about it, okay? All right, come around the corner back here. Chip, chip, chip. Whole back bumper back here is nice, except got another little chip here. Looks like it's had some touch-up paint put in it at one point. Chip, chip. Oh, this is nice. Nothing over here. I did inspect this rear aftermarket diffuser back here, carbon fiber, really fancy exhaust system. Hey, did I tell you that the original exhaust system goes with the car? And the suspension? We don't want it. Okay. Fancy, fancy exhaust system. This thing purrs like crazy. It's not super loud, none of those things. Okay, come on up here. Let's look at the trunk. During my initial inspection of this trunk, I found a ding, and it's right there. Quincy, forget it. It's right there. It's super small. And man, if you can see that, Quincy, well done. Sorry for all the extra focusing, folks. This red is just killing us. The entire back surface of this trunk here, although every once in a while is a couple little marks. Again, this car hasn't been buffed or any of that kind of stuff, so I know some of these little lines in the clear coat will definitely go away. Just a couple little scratches. There's a little scratch right there. But the rest of the trunk really looks terrific. That ding is super hard to see, but I'm kind of trained to look for these things, so there you have it. Okay, we've discussed the back bumper. This piece is good back here. Let's work our way up to passenger side. Every once in a while over here, because of the light, I'll see a little bit of clear coat stuff going on. But obviously, like I said earlier, that stuff can go away with a really good detail. Wheel and tire, man, beautiful. All this lines up real nice, all in good shape. You know, folks, if this car was ever painted in any location, you can't tell at all. It's all one red to me. We do have a paint meter, so if you want, you call us and we'll go over it. I don't think I saw any dings during inspecting this car on the passenger side. It's super straight, looks terrific. Hello, gentlemen. Passenger side mirror is in good shape. All the way down here is good. Small little chip down there that I can see. I'm not gonna climb down the ground. This is in really good shape. Oh, this is in great. This front fender here is terrific. And once again, the wheel and tire. We've got no curb rash. It's beautiful. Okay, let's come up here to the windshield. There are a couple small, very small, normal road wear chips in the windshield. This is very normal. If this car was driven at a gajillion miles an hour, this would look like crap. Okay, it's very normal. I have one more to show you over here on the driver's side. The most notable one on the windshield would be this one right here. Do you need to replace the windshield? Absolutely not. Would you probably want to care for that? 10 years from now, if you don't drive the crap out of this thing, then yeah, maybe. But other than that, it's not affecting anything, and this is all just very normal. Windshield wipers seem to be just fine. All the window frame all the way around, the black is in good shape. Okay, well, let's work our way into the interior here, huh? You've been kind of glimpsing at it the whole time. We've been shooting this video. Overall, pretty darn clean. Convertible top looks good. We're gonna put it up so you can see it. We put it down so we could film and get all this done, so we'll put that up last so you can see it. Folks, it's beautiful. This driver's seat, I always notate these bolsters getting in and out of the car. This has got some wear getting in and out of it. With just over 60,000 miles, you're gonna have a little bit of wear. Is it ripped? No. Does it look like it? Kind of, but it's not. I'm telling you, it's not. And it's all one piece, and this is just getting in and out of the car. Your phone's in your back pocket, you know, your belt loops, whatever. This is normal. Happens to every car. Unless you surgically install yourself and get out all the time. The center console, it's got a little pad here. I don't know if this is supposed to open up or not. I presume this is how it was supposed to be. I'm not really sure. Just a little patina going on here on this pad, but other than that, the entire console looks like it was made the other day. This piece in the middle looks great. It's just a super small scratch right there next to the roof button, but I mean, it's just so mild. It's a bunch of who cares. If you're looking for a complete show quality one of these, this is not the car. But then again, you'd be paying a lot more. But this has had some really neat aftermarket stuff that you'll find out at celebritycars.com about. And this is just a really, really awesome. Got a little aftermarket stereo system in here, I would presume. Doesn't look stock to me, but it could be. But the dash pad's beautiful. This stuff's all in good shape. The passenger seat looks like it's been in and out of 6 times. Doors wonderful. This leather along here feels great. I presume it does over there on the driver's side as well. This is like a padding here. It's nice. Honda, Quincy. Okay. Do I have the keys for this car? I do. Remote works for the trunk. Obviously, they kept a car cover on it. Wouldn't be any other reason to have a car cover in the trunk. Look at that trunk, folks. Great shape. Nice and clean, too. All these jams all up along here is some beautiful shape underneath. Man. Okay. Let's see if this thing has an engine in it. I know it does. I saw it yesterday. VTEC City in here. I'm just going to hold this up, Quincy. Please show everyone how nicely kept this motor is. Goodness. Engine bay, let alone the motor. Super nice and clean. Crazy nice and clean in here. All the way down. It's nuts. Come on over here and look down there, Quince. Look at that. See the blue? Yeah, the oil filter down there. I mean, just, man. It's a very colorful engine compartment, too. Got a little bit of gold, silver, black, lots of red, some gold. All right. Well, you S2000 guys will know what you're looking at when you're looking there for all these upgrades that have been done. Okay. Awesome. All right. Now, look. Let's put a convertible top up. What do you say? And then you get to hear this thing, too. Key in the ignition, clutch in, super cool digital dash. Push that button like you're in a Ferrari. And the hum that comes out of this thing is just awesome. All right, park brake up. Let's get a roof back up here. Oh, yes. This was the first time I was using one of these convertible tops. There's little squeezable latches. This is the first time I had ever done those before. Okay, put the windows up. Bye. And let's look at this convertible top. All right, before I say what I want to say, I'm going to look at the rest of this. Wow, okay. So, you know cars that are like older than 8 years and you got a convertible top and a bird's bound to crap on it. Somebody's bound to not clean something up and it sits on it and stains it. And it's kind of tough to get it out. I highly doubt that this was installed yesterday. It is flawless. The back glass is flawless. The seams are flawless. Honestly, I haven't seen a black convertible top this old, this nice in a very long time. Folks, there you have it. The next thing we need to do is go for a really cool ride around the block. Make sure the brakes work. Make sure we get through the gears nice. Maybe get to hear the engine just a little bit more. And yeah. Give us a call. You got any questions so far? 702-818-1031. Happy to answer. Be right back. All right, we're in the S2000. And I just starting it, the RPMs, I think I said this earlier, it's just a very, like if anything ever were to go wrong, you'd know in an instant because it's so perfect how it runs and idles and stuff. Shifts, all these things. Okay, key in the ignition. I promised a real quick search, looking at all the stuff that's surrounding me, all these components, looking for scratches, anything that I think any one of you would care about, and man, I just don't see anything. It's an awesome car. Really cool digital dash too. Turn the key and I hit this really cool button over here. All right, I'm gonna put my seatbelt on just because. I don't think yours is gonna yell at you, but it might. What year is this, 2005? Yeah, it might yell at us. Okay, clutch is in, first gear. I'm gonna leave the top the top down until we get to the bottom of the alley here, and then I'll put the top up. Just wanted you to maybe extra hear a exhaust note or two. I'll shut up. Right? 40 miles an hour, I'm gonna hit these brakes. 3, 2, and 1. I did a very, very firm plant on the brakes, but not so much that I won't want to break anything. And this is just fabulous. Dang. Okay, I promise to put the top up. Park brake. Here it comes. All right. This is a very simple top. Sorry, excuse me. Awesome. Gonna put the windows up so we can hear any rattles or clunks or anything this thing decides to do. All right, I'm gonna shut up once again. Speed bump number 1. I hear a slight creaking of the convertible top. I just put it up. It's kind of cold out. Sun's beating down. Nothing to make anything out of. All right. Go. Okay, I've gone through all the gears. I'm up to 50 miles an hour. This is a really crappy road, folks, so forgive me. But this is super smooth. Man, right turn signal, down into second gear. It's so light and so nimble. It is so cool to drive this car. Convertible top makes a little bit of noise from over in the passenger seat section, but man, you'll have the radio going, whipping this thing around. It's not, I really don't think it'll stick around. Back on the gas. First gear. Second. My left turn signal's on. And I'm just cruising along at a little 20 mile an hour. And to be honest with you, a little nosy about what just drove through here. What the heck was going on there?
Stop the bus.
Well, the red bus came in earlier, but it didn't have an entourage I didn't see. Okay, back over the speed bumps, and then we'll shoot back down that alley and give it one more good break. Hope you're still with us. Everything on my dashboard is all digital. It all is bright I can read everything nice and clear. Temperature's good. Got plenty of gas. The RPM is digital as well. Super cool car. Plenty of get up and go, that's for sure. I'm doing about 45 miles an hour. I'm in fourth gear, and I'm gonna hit the brakes one last time. 3, 2, and 1.
That's nice.
Man, this is a nice car. Folks, 702-818-1031. This is a brilliant little Honda S2000. Man, 237 horsepower. I didn't try and find any of it, folks. I barely got the RPM up to where it's supposed to shift at all. I think I was right around 4,500 or 5,000 every time I shifted. Still have all the way up to 8,000. Starts the red line at 8,000. It's crazy. It's beautiful. The odometer shows 60,037 miles. I'm going to go park it and